Yeah, I smelled it on you. What are you doing on this side of town?
Well, damn, you acting like you know already. What's wrong with you?
Nothing at all. Just here visiting Benny.
Oh, Benny stays on this side of town? Where does he live? Not in these buildings.
Yes, in these buildings. Who do you know that lives over here, Lisa?
You sure are asking a lot of questions.
Not really.
What is going on, beautiful people? How you doing? I'm Wes from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And if this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social medias, Twitter and Instagram at A Connection TV. I want to talk to you about a couple things. We're not going to make this video too long, right? We're not going to do that. But I want to talk about Guy Ritchie's The Covenant because it was an actually pretty good film. And right now it's currently still in theaters. Excuse me. I'm drinking a little bit here. It's currently still in theaters and is standing with an 83 Rotten Tomatoes score, 7.6 IMDb, and a 3.6 Letterboxd. I don't know what the hell that is. But anyways, the box office only got it a 16.8 million, and that's because it's really not getting a lot of push. I'm pretty sure the movie cost more than that to make, although a bulk of the film is Dar Salim carrying Jake Gyllenhaal throughout, from one point to the other point. But needless to say, short form, let's talk about the actors, the script, give it a rating, and then I'll do a quick little whatever. And after my quick little rating and my quick little whatever you might not want to watch, that in just in case you want to see the film. But anyways, the actors, stellar job. Dar Salim, Jake Gyllenhaal, all did great. Everyone did great. The writing was a good story. It really was. It was a lot of, I wish it could have been a little bit more. I felt like when Dar was carrying Jake throughout the whole film, literally, it was a long process. But it was that long and drawn out for you to show how difficult it was for Ahmed to do what he did and, what he went through and to come out of that, what he is going through. So all of that makes sense. Great. It was still a good movie, right? I would rate this film an 8. Definitely see it in theaters if you can. It's still in theaters. At least theaters around me is still in theaters. But it's an 8. It's an overall solid film. Great acting, great budget, great action, great heart-wrenching story, right? Now, the review, I'm not really going to talk too much about it because I want you to watch it. And I think it's really, really good. You'll love it, I believe. If you're into action, if you're into caring about the characters that you watch on film, you will like Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. Yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to say. Another show that I think is great that you should watch, The Citadel on Amazon Prime. Baby, actually, I think there's an episode out right now. Baby, The Citadel is really, really good. It's on Amazon Prime. I'm not going to really give you too much because you need to watch it. But what I will say is that The Citadel is outshining in action a lot of these movies, okay? Because The Citadel, the first episode of The Citadel is a 10. You're hooked, baby. You're hooked and ready to go. Okay, that train sequence was everything. The Citadel is a really, really good show. I can't say it enough. I would give The Citadel a 9 out of 10. I really would. Because as the episodes begin to stretch out, they're kind of a little lackluster. They're kind of a little lackluster. But overall, the overall packaging of the show is an 8. But episode 1, damn near 10-9. 9-10. What? Oh my God, so good. What else can I talk about? No matter what, they're always going to be compared to one another, right? And it was interesting because I had a very kind of short-lived conversation with a buddy of mine. I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, which is short-lived because usually when him and I engage in a debate, I just let him talk because he's one of those individuals that has to get their point across and has to be heard and feel that their way is the way. And people like that, you just got to let them talk and realize that it don't really matter what they're saying right now because that y'all aren't going to agree. And 2, you just need to let him talk so he can hear himself. But you can still walk away having your feelings and thoughts. You're just not going to really say much in front of him because he's going to feel like he's right and everything that he's saying is right and whatever. So we were all having this conversation about Chloe Bailey and the fact that she's not as successful as people would have liked her to be, or that maybe she thought she was going to be, or maybe the record label thought she was going to be. And his whole thing was that she is, successful. Doesn't really matter the numbers, but she's selling out her tour. And I'm like, that's cool. That's great. But I'm like, I don't really care about her album. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, that's fine because she's not making music for you. And I'm like, okay, that's fine too. But at the same time, what I said still remains valid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who's she making music for. I can't jive with the music. I listen to the music on the soundtrack, the church soundtrack, Preacher's Kid or Preacher's whatever it was, the preaching movie, Preacher's Time, Pray Time, whatever it's called. I listen to her music on that way more than I even think about the album. Right? And, I love Beyonce. I listen to Beyonce down. And, no shade, but the music that she's creating is basically, a copy of Beyonce. It's like a younger version of what a Beyonce would do in this era, I guess. And I was saying that, all I was saying, because I believe that Chloe is extremely talented. I want Chloe to sell millions and millions of records. I want her to be number one. I want her to succeed. She's a great actress after watching the movie on Peacock. Great actress. I'm here for her. Musically and what she's doing musically, I just don't agree with. I need her to put some clothes on. I need her to stop being Beyonce. That's just me and my opinion. I can have that opinion. What she did, what she allowed for the producers to have her do on the movie soundtrack, stellar. I listen to those songs the Sam medley, I listen to that every freaking day. Every freaking day. Okay? That's my kind of Chloe that I wish I had. But the only reason why the conversation started was because of Halle's, Disney performance that she did. And it was superb. It was superb. I hope she's superb in the Little Mermaid film, because from what I've seen so far, I can care less about it. But I was just saying that I feel like Halle is going to be catapulted to superstardom, and I hope that her and Chloe still remain as close as they are, and one doesn't envy or get jealous over the other. That's all I was saying. And I was also saying that her album, even though I gave it a 7, I only listened to it once, right? Because the music is not for me. And what she does on that album, I can care less about. But what she does on the Preacher movie, oh my God, superb. I listen to it every day. And he was just going in and in about how she just don't make music for me, and she's making music for her generation, and all this other stuff. And I was like, all that's great. But my generation does have buying power in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce wouldn't be Beyonce if we didn't. Nicki Minaj wouldn't be Nicki Minaj if we didn't. Kendrick Lamar wouldn't be Kendrick Lamar if we didn't. Jay-Z, Drake, all of them. Do the youngsters buy the music too? Yes. But if you take away everybody over 32 buying music or listening to music, more than half of these artists would be dust. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it is. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Chloe Bailey is going to make it? Do y'all think that Chloe Bailey is having to fight, feeling envious over her sister? I mean, I think that Chloe Bailey is going to make it, and I don't think, and I hope and pray that she's not, envious or jealous over her sister. I want both of them to win, and I want both of them to be superstars. They already are, but you know what I mean. Anyways, leave comments below. Let me know what you thought about these particular topics, and enjoy the rest of your night. Stay blessed.